Yeah, we it's something we talked about, potentially using. We wanted to see how effective our centers could be. Obviously eating up minutes against Sabonis and Turner on their size. But we felt like there was something that we could go to and look at it. I think we looked at it a little bit early in the game, and felt like we were probably going to close the game with it, and went to it sooner than we anticipated. But the space of bringing Turner away from the basket and just being able to open things up. This is a new era of basketball. Five perimeter players using that space to attack and switching a lot of things defensively. But I was just proud of our guys for how we competed on the defensive end. There were several, and how we stayed in the game. There were several times we were down 10, and we kept fighting. And obviously the big fella took us home. What LeBron did tonight was just a performance for the ages. I know these fans and how much they love their hoops here in Indianapolis, and he put on one hell of a show. And obviously, he gets the game ball.
As a follow-up on LeBron, just to focus on the overtime, and Frank, what is the challenge of playing the five and calling everything out like that defensively, and then still having to create those type of shots and hit those type of jump shots?
It takes a lot of energy, and I know he wanted to get this W. He really wanted to play in that Knicks game, Madison Square Garden. He looks forward to that every year, and it's very disappointing for him to not be able to be in that game. So, bounce back tonight, and you said it right there. To be able to quarterback the defense and carry that load offensively is just a special performance. It's a performance for the ages, and just something else.
So was that gamesmanship when you told me that the super small lineup was unlikely tonight?
No, I tell you, we considered it, but we wanted to see how it went, and obviously most of the game, we're going to play with our centers.
And just LeBron and his three-point shooting, even in 3 seasons, what have you seen in terms of the growth of variety and spots he can hit those from?
It's remarkable. I mean, it's a remarkable sort of adjustment, to the late years of his career. Obviously, MJ and Kobe, they both developed that unguardable fadeaway jump shot, which, by the way, LeBron has that too. But, the adjustment to the modern era of NBA basketball, to be a volume, deep three-point shooter is, it's just one of those things that you're going to look at LeBron's overall career and marvel at how he was able to do that, because that wasn't part of his career or part of his game early in his career.
Right, to go a little big picture, the 20-game mark, you salvage a win on this road trip. You still even had played 10 games with your big three together. Getting to go back home at this point, like, can this be? I know you said Detroit maybe could be a momentum changer. Can this be kind of like a demarcation, ending this trip on a win, and hopefully, for your guys' sake, getting some continuity moving forward?
Yeah, the continuity and momentum. We actually said before the game, had it on the board before the game. Let this be a game that starts a streak. Obviously we're going back home. This has been a tough trip, a lot of traveling. Late night arrivals and whatnot. Our guys are tired. But if we knew that if we got this, this could be one of those games that builds a lot of momentum for us. Hopefully we get our full cast back for the most part. I mean, we're still, a ways away with Kendrick and Trevor, but, get Brown, Russ, and AD in there. We haven't seen enough of that, obviously to make any kind of judgments on, on this season and where we're at and what it's going to look like. So, it's going to be one of those seasons where we evolve, throughout the entire 82 games regular season, and hopefully peak and hit our stride at playoff time.
Like to have Malik and Wayne hitting shots like that, how much does that help the offense and help LeBron and Russ?
Well, it just takes pressure off. You know what I mean? When other guys are not making shots, it puts a lot of pressure on those guys to do it themselves. And we're really working and talking to our guys about trusting each other. Just really truly attacking and creating for others. But also, once the first action is not there, just moving it on to the next guy and trust that something good is going to happen. A lot of guys are contributing. It's been Taylor at times. It's been Russ, and Avery's carried some of the load offensively. But tonight, Wayne and Wayne and Malik were fantastic, making plays and making shots.
Frank, like you mentioned, you're very familiar with the crowd here. Have you ever heard them applaud for an opposing player like they do for LeBron?
No, I wouldn't like it if I was here coaching, but I would understand it. I mean, it's just a special performance by a special player, and that's the class that these fans have about them.
Malik mentioned that everywhere you guys go, it seems like it's like this huge fan base that travels. How much of a boost does that give you guys, even when you're away?
Oh, it's it gives us a big boost. It really does. I've been on the other side of it, where we have games here, and there's a lot of Chicago Bulls fans in here, and half the arena is red, and that's difficult to play in your own building. When guys, when a lot of fans are rooting against you, to have that on your side, it definitely gives us a boost.
Jordan on Zoom.
Hey, Coach, you guys put Miles and Sabonis in the pick and roll ISO every single time. It seemed like in that overtime. Was that something that LeBron was pushing for in the timeout in the huddle, or some of you guys were saying that the look that you guys wanted to have?
Yeah, I mean, we just we have different opportunities to go at different guys. Sometimes you want to go at a smaller defender that you can attack, but we give Bron confidence to choose the targets. And to choose who he wants to go with, and during those moments, you want to go at those guys.
And last question, Leonardo.
Hi, Coach. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Congrats on the win. Coach, how necessary are these kind of wins to continue to develop a winning team chemistry?
Yeah, well, they're really important, because, you can do the work along the way and understand that there's growth, whether you win or whether you lose, but there's been a lot of losses where, it can weigh on your confidence, in the direction that we're going. And, to get one that feels this good, definitely, just keeps everybody pulling in the right direction, and, can be a huge confidence booster for us.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.